and we're already into game number 1 in this best of 3 between Alpha Titan and Xeno.
Yeah, let's get into it. Nice Rhino spec there from Alpha Titan. He's a defense player, so...
He's got some really nice packs. Amplify Sledge there is just the dream. Fantastic pack for defense.
Yeah.
Speed spec seems like fun. Rhino spec, very nice too. Will actually be picked up there.
I mean, you can defend with spiders. It's a little atypical. I think we did see one Mag 1 game, one Mag 1 League game, that is, with it.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
With Lao Mam pulling out the mass standard spiders. But this looks very like a flexible take on defense.
Yeah, indeed.
Some would just call it aggro, but you know.
Let him have it, man. All right. Don't judge him.
Fine.
Don't put labels on
things. No, you know, like it's fine. Like we get lied to, that's okay. I don't mind, you know.
Yep. Gaslight the audience, gaslight the casters. It's fine.
Yeah, there goes my caster prep, dude. Like, what is this? It's good. It's good to keep us on our toes on a Sunday.
Indeed, indeed. Can't get too restless. Xeno?
Well, there is a quick supply. Buddy? Could go quad sledge, but it's a bit tricky when you know that you might get up against aggro, because like you might just like strand 2 of your sledges in Narnia.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's thinking about the Phoenix, maybe? No, he picks up Hounds here. Hounds plus sledges, you know, it's fine. You get a ton of beef up front. They can definitely clear chaff. And you don't really need real chaff yet, per se. So I don't mind this. He's going for a very centralized defense.
And I mean, this looks like a really strong like opener from, or positioning from Alpha. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell like what MMR range this is, you know, like this could be 2k plus as well. I think most of the pros like to set this up in the same fashion.
Yeah, I agree. Fangs up front in sort of a U formation, and then just crawlers behind. You know, streaming in late into the battle, so clutch. You can see a lot of... Oh, by the way, tower... Oh, God, tower go down is so huge here. You want to pick up all this experience with the Tarantulas. And at this point, with Fangs in front of the Tarantulas, I think he'll get the round win, even if his tower falls, maybe.
Yeah, might even pick off a marksman there before that goes through. So really nice round, getting 2 spiders to stay alive, grabs all the experience, and even deals some damage to boot, which matters when your opponent starts at 3.8k.
Yeah, no kidding. That's such a nice start. He gets the Rhino eventually as well, so extremely strong specialist and intensive training. Are they brave enough to skip this?
I think you have to pick it. It's so nice on spiders. Like, the one thing on spider that makes them so strong is when they finally get those levels. And what better way to get there by just, you know, clicking a button and saying, well, I don't need to, you know, kill X amount of units. I just get the level immediately.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good on units that just need a ton of experience. And also, like, I don't know, level 2 spiders feel so different than level 1. Like, the tankiness and damage output just dramatically changes what they can brawl against, right? Like, they're supposed to be a chaff clear unit, but like, you give them 1 level and they just kill everything.
Would you ever like consider mass-produced Saber or Elite Hacker here for Xeno?
I don't experiment enough with mass-produced Saber. Elite Hacker, I mean, sure, it's like always pickable. I feel like it's a little, like maybe I'm too scared to pick it, but like we've seen players like Tungdil just perform so strongly with it, almost no matter what type of game state it is, so certainly could be viable.
Yeah, it might have been a bit too early for something like Elite Hacker to show up. This is just gonna be a pickup for Xeno. Alpha Titan skipping the intensive. I think he's done the math, wanted the skip to be able to afford another spider and a Phoenix. So I respect it. Don't think it's a poor choice either.
Pretty excited by this Phantom Ray here. I think it could have been a tiny bit more back. Since we're sort of in a chaff clear phase right now, and it's not really super helpful during this phase, and its goal is really to get some locks on the spider because it has great DPS output. But I love the idea, and if he just adds more chaff clear, I think it could be good.
Yeah, we might see some oil there on those Phantom Rays. Really cheap tech, and can be super nice to just permanently slow down your opponent's board.
Really good point, yeah. I never use that, and I should maybe think about it more. To be fair, I rarely play defense, I guess, but I do once in a while, so maybe something I ought to think about.
Ooh, okay. Bunch of unit drops here.
Do you think this is Void Eyes, or do you think it's a Void
Honestly, you could. You could pick Void Eye here if you're Alpha Titan, because you immediately get the level 2s, and they've got really good DPS, even against stuff like Scorpion and Saber and Sandworm, which are the other options. And yeah, I don't know, just like grab the range on them right now.
Yeah.
We will get at least Xeno picking them up. And okay, Alpha Titan 2. Did he just sell one? No, Xeno. You can't just pick up the Void Eyes and then sell them. That's rude.
Bro, that is so rude.
I was
excited. I wanted to see all those zaps.
Well, we will get zaps from Alpha Titan at least, but it is indeed going to be the oils on the Rays instead.
Yeah, what's the range on that? 180. Oh, that's huge. Do they travel fast? Like, because that's a long distance it has to travel. I think it's like kind of fast. And what you really want to abuse the oil with is long-range fighters, so like the marksman, or fire, right? You just want to like light up the whole ground.
Yep. I don't think I mind it though, like just keeping that slow is really I mean, like, spiders already aren't the fastest of units, so if they have to sit in oil on top of that, yeesh.
Yeah. Big puddles there. Oh my gosh. And you know, it makes the chaff really clump up too. And there is a bunch of splash units here for Xeno. So getting a lot of benefit here. We see lots of zaps, those sledges getting completely demolished.
Yeah, and this is where like Void Eye kind of showcases where it can shine. Like, just getting that drop gives you so much tempo, and it adds an insane amount of damage to the board.
9 bodies that deal huge DPS with the tarantulas like pretty adequately tanking for them. Does set you up pretty nicely. So many strong techs available. Range, charge shot, and fly are typically the main trio you see most people run. Down comes the Rhino. Up comes some nice spells.
Yep, Wasp Swarm here will have to be respected for Alpha Titan. Xeno will perhaps try his luck with that. Acid Blast, Haze, I mean, all of these other ones are definitely a consideration.
Yep. Yeah, every card here is pickable, I'd say. Haste here for Titan. Oh, for the Rhino, that's pretty cool.
This is scary, though, if you're Xeno. He's sitting at 1800 hit points on round number 4. We'll go for the incendiary bombs. Okay, so we are going to pair up that oil with the fire as you suggested.
Yeah, that's going to be really nice. It's actually... It could scam the Void Eyes, no? They're pretty brittle. They're not flying yet.
Yeah, that's a good shout. The awkward bit... Oh, well, never mind. They are flying now.
We are in the sky. They're now going to travel faster, lose 10 range, but they can shoot up and down, and they're in the sky.
Oh, but we ranged the tarantula at the same time, so there's now a 40-meter difference between the spiders and the Void Eyes, and I don't mean that where the tarantulas will be the ones tanking.
Yeah. Could be an issue, yeah. And the Wasp Swarm, you know, it'll chase the crawler, but for how long? Do you think that gets the tower? The bubble's not covering the tower.
I actually think they might get aggro to the bubble. Like, normally I think this does get in, because like there's a difference between crawler on the, like, actually on the flank and 3 squares in. But I think the bubble here will actually like make the wasps aggro to the spider.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Looks like it's safe. Wow. Okay, that's so fortunate
completely
here.
Fine. Yeah. And meanwhile, that Rhino causing havoc in Xeno's backline.
So fast. Ooh, gets the tower.
This is
still
a significant
Void Eyes.
amount of damage.
It is. We got 1 Rhino, 3 Tarantulas, and the birds. That's 1k. And then 4 Void Eyes. So, Yeah, it should be like
Yes.
1,000.
This could be a 5-rounder.
It could be. It could be. There's some great tempo here for Alpha Titan.
Ooh, enhancement module shows up. And Xeno did pick up that intensive, but it's currently not available, and there's no level, so I don't think you can go for it. Alpha Titan, though, will pick it up.
Yeah, interesting. Redeployer for Xeno, possibly a flank coming in. We can see the left flank for Alpha very exposed.
But look at this, though. The setup almost complete. The only thing really missing is maybe HE on the Tarantulas, but considering the low amount of chaff on the board for Xeno, that might not even be necessary.
It's a really strong comp that Alpha Titan's got. Like, it's basically Tarantula Phoenix, but instead it's the Void Eyes.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, he's got a good chaff line. He's got the Rhino for that, like, sort of annoying tower threats, and chops as well.
I like this, though. Fort AA for Xeno. It is really good against the Void Eye.
Yeah.
Even better than against Phoenix, typically. But he can only afford the one. Wow,
yeah, could just be
nice move.
The beacon, yeah, that's pretty sweet. The oil, the fire. Just a question of, can he kill these Void Eyes, because it's just so much damage.
Well, let's see. Oh, one level 1 Void Eye pack there, getting sniped at the start. Fortress will get to fire multiple times.
Here it is on the level 3, kills 2 out of 3. Injures 1, Tarantula's falling in the middle, but the Rhino seems... Oh, actually, it's getting zapped by those blue Void Eyes. They're now getting chopped, though. Phantom Ray's not doing much. Oh, the tower will go down, though. That's a huge issue here.
Yeah, that makes a massive amount of difference, and there's still so many Void Eyes left alive. Never mind about these full health Tarantulas. Now moving into the left tower, another debuff will be detrimental, but it will go through. And, I mean, with that 660, that's going to be easily bridged on Alpha Titan's round 5, and he will take the first game over Xeno.
Pretty decisive there. Just such a strong comp, a great specialist. I think he used the Void Eye unit reinforcement better than Xeno. I mean, Xeno sold 1 and then kept the other 2. I think the Fortress play was absolutely great, though. If he just had more time to stabilize, I would say that was a close game. Yeah, we might see a shift here in game 2. Alpha Titan is up 1-0. We'll see if he's going to pick an aggro pack here or not. I would say he doesn't have the best aggro-looking packs here. Aerial, certainly fine for aggro. Training is, like, playable, but most players would say that's a bit more defensive.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be Xeno this time around, starting with that exact same pack that Alpha Titan had last round, with the Crawlers, the Spiders, and the Rhino spec.
Yeah, taking a page out of Alpha Titan's book, perhaps, going to show him he can do it too. Storms ain't bad, though, against Tarantulas. At least, like, in the early rounds, of course.
Yeah, as long as they can, like, connect, it's fine. Looks like with the positioning, though, one Stormcaller will be somewhat excluded from the action on the left side of the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could go, like, inside Stormcallers, like, putting them closer to that helipad. Try and get them both involved, but then they're more just distractible, so... Everyone's got their own little decision there.
And gonna be the Crawlers here for Alpha Titan alongside those Hounds. Gonna keep those in the middle, kind of be able to pivot them to either side depending on where Xeno will be. Xeno picking up a Marksman here on round 1.
Yeah, what do you make of that? Like, what would that be to counter?
I don't know. I think some players just like to have like that Marksman round 1 just to like set up some sort of DPS and then later on not have to worry too much about air. Usually you would prefer pairing a Phoenix, so it's more conventional to just build a whole bunch of chaff on round 1 and then aim for that Phoenix round 2, but this can work as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. It could be for Assault Marksman eventually. He does have it on the bar. He also may just think that it's valuable for killing the Stormcallers, sort of at the end of the battle. But yeah, hard to say.
Well, right side will get in with that Tara debuff, and it looks like it might come out at a good timing, with still some Stormcallers left alive on the left side, and I think here, Alpha Titan will manage to pick up the round.
Yeah, that was pretty favorable how the aggression worked out at the end. And you're feeling good about that. You want to deny that Tarantula experience and sort of maintain that big HP difference.
Round 2 shield airdrop here for Alpha Titan. That could be problematic for Xeno. If he had something like a Phoenix here on round 2, he would have more DPS, but Spider plus level 1 Marksman into a 50k shield, I'm not convinced that that's enough.
I totally agree. I think the shield airdrop is so powerful here. It's one of my favorite round 2 cards, and I think it's so strong that you can even like pick it against high DPS things. What I like to do is just try and put it in a position where there's not a lot of DPS, because what I really value more than anything is the shield living. Even if it only takes like a few tickles of damage, I just much prefer it living and getting tickled every round compared to, you know, losing the whole shield, and sure, maybe you get like a tiny bit more tempo.
And Xeno here just gonna skip. I mean, he does a 450. The question is, what's he gonna buy with that? Another crawler is the first move. Oh, we'll unlock Phoenix after all. Okay, I like that. That might solve his DPS struggles.
Possible just auto win with the air as well. There is a Fang in the back and a great position to take care of the Phoenix. But yeah, you never know, right? The Fangs may fall.
I like the round here though for Xeno. That's a nice move. There is a Hound flank all the way in the back left, so the Phoenixes actually will get distracted for a bit, having to deal with that first before turning their attention to the shield eventually.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. The tower was fortified, by the way, on the right here for Xeno, so eventually a Stormcaller from Alpha Titan will get it, but it'll take a long time.
Yeah, it's a good move from Xeno. That'll delay for possibly just long enough for his board to get in. Spider here, though, right side, kind of struggling to get rid of all of the Hounds in time, and well, the Fangs are still alive, at least some of them.
Yeah, is that enough? How many are there?
I think they still get one shot during the debuff though, but it will come through.
Marksman's helping. There's not many left. Oh man,
Now I think the cheese there does prevail, but I don't think that Tara will go down. Or not the Tara, but the shield will still live. Oh, never mind. Oh, the Phoenixes have locked onto the Tara through the shield. So that is best case scenario for Xeno. He'll be very happy with that.
That's why you buy the birds, man. Like, you already had your man,
pretty good
but
unit.
No, get the bird. No Sakura skin, though. Tisk tisk.
Yeah, unacceptable.
Void Eye drop once again.
The same one.
It's such an interesting drop, right? It's so different than the other three. You get 9 bodies instead of 1, 1, or 3.
I mean, Raiden here looks pretty good for Xeno, I have to say.
It does.
None of the drops really deal with them. The Wraith is like another thing I would consider. I would simply like not go Fire Badger just because the Raiden is offered, but Xeno will go for that. But I guess Raiden for Alpha Titan makes less sense into something like the Spider.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that was a good analysis there. The Xeno flank, by the way, coming in on the line.
Oh,
Ooh, wait, he's adjusting. The Raiden arrow says it's going up. I don't trust it though.
No, that is fake information right there.
Yeah, fake news.
So that is, yeah, you're not going to be too happy with that if you're Xeno, because you walk straight into that Raiden.
Yeah, it's just like the absolute perfect thing for a Raiden to shoot at. 3 tanky targets. Even the breakpoints are good. Like, it actually, they designed this unit to kill Badgers, basically.
Yep. 3 shots is all it'll take. And, well, they're worth quite a bit of experience, these Fire Badgers. So Might even result in an early Raiden level up. Although it does have a very high threshold. 1,000 more than something like a Melter.
Yeah, pretty wild there. Yeah, everything's turning. I don't think the Fire Badgers even will get off very much DPS at all.
Yeah, so expecting that to get sold, which is not too bad. Like, it was a drop that was worth quite a lot of resources, so can just repurpose to those and then grab some techs on the spiders. They'll be happy with it. Same thing for the Phoenixes.
Yeah, it's still a massive pull. Like, it really dislodged the heck out of Alpha Titan's army here. But he didn't get the tower very quickly. Like, he's about to get it now. I guess he'll probably win the round here. He's got 4 birds. Still got tarantulas. Oh, man. Oh, my god,
no.
this Raiden.
Oh!
Okay. Oh, my god.
That was illegal right there.
That Raiden was so smart.
Now, this is like such a Raiden thing too. Like, you think it's dead and then suddenly just like starts blasting you like in all directions and you're just like, okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, no kidding. Redeploy kind of cute here. If Xeno wants to shuffle that Badger around, he can put it on the other flank. It should just get the tower.
Ooh, I don't mind that. Could keep it, yeah. Even like trying to attack the right side tower.
Like, on the other side, you do want to sell it because it's never going to be good long term. I don't know.
Oh, that is a bit of a weird redeploy for Alpha Titan. Moving the Raiden backwards. I mean, you gotta expect this will get sold, right? Or moved.
I'm with you, yeah. Yeah, I think it was just overthought it a little bit. That's all right. Badger does get kept. Yeah, you're just going to redeploy it. I'm definitely okay with its position. I think the flank idea was not bad either. We get the range on the birds. Quite important to stay away from that nasty Raiden.
Right side tower, though, will get leveled here for Alpha Titan, so... Good move. Going to prevent an early tower debuff disaster from happening.
Yeah, very safe play. He's taking that flank very seriously, by the way. Rhino and Tarantula.
Yeah,
definitely shutting it down.
Overcommit.
Oh, the Typhoon down there as well. What the heck? Yeah, these guys are both just like
players just a little overcommitting onto the flanks there.
Yeah, it's fine though, because like the Raiden and the Typhoon are both kind of fast. So yeah, they're already back in the battle. Not the worst.
Fire Batter right side should do a good job at least of eliminating the units. Not sure it'll get the tower though.
It'll take a while, yeah. Like it'll eventually get it.
Oh, all 3 of them somehow managed to survive there on a sliver of hit points.
Yeah, the
that
DPS
damage
is pretty good.
Pretty high suddenly, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the Phoenixes should clean up everything unless this Raiden is crazy once again.
It might be. It hasn't gotten locked onto yet. There's a Fang Pack inbound, but the Stormcallers will help out with that as well. Can the Crawlers come in at the correct time? Looks like that will be the case.
Okay, Xeno's fighting back, doing a good job. A little bit better this game than last game.
I am a little scared, though, of the Raiden. Like, that thing gets out of control at some point.
It does, yeah, for sure. And there's more air here to create a stronger fleet. Balls as well, pretty good for, like, Xeno's aggression plan. Farseer is quite a sturdy defensive unit, if Alpha's interested in that.
Like the Overlord pickup, though, for them. It's the other side of the aerial giant coin.
Yeah.
And the one that actually does well into bigger targets, where the Raiden is better into mid-sized stuff. So, theoretically speaking, Overlord should be beating the Raiden.
I agree. Yeah, I actually quite like it. Do you sell the Phoenixes, or do you just like have a Phoenix Overlord mix?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's ranged them, so I guess at this point, there's no point selling them.
Yeah, I suppose so, huh? You could sell the Badger, I guess. Start with that. Maybe even the Rhino, to be honest. The Rhino ain't bad, though.
Like, yeah, the Rhino is kind of good when it comes in late.
Yeah.
I think you keep the Phoenixes here left side and you maybe mount an attack on the right side with like Badger Overlord. So like one side is Tarantula Phoenix and the other is Badger Overlord for now as you try to work your way into Overlord techs eventually.
Yep. Both players on the boats. This boat from Alpha is a nice parry of the old Badger that was there, but Xeno, he's being sneaky. He's moving. The Badger was left, and then it was right, and now it's middle, so you just never know where the Badger's going to go. And honestly, decent pressure here on the left side of the battlefield.
Yeah, looking quite nice. Love that attack angle for Xeno, and avoiding that Overlord means that the drop really doesn't have too much impact yet for Alpha Titan. The Raidens, though, coming in, they've been invested into, they've got that range, and it seems to be like they do have the damage to take out those Overlords pretty easily.
Yeah, it's just like the head start in quantity and plus the level there, really making a big deal. Plus they're just like winning the chaff war, it felt. So there is work to be done here for Xeno.
I mean, that was a ton of damage. Things were looking good before, but oof. Enhancement module also showing up here. There is a level available on the Raiden, levels on the Stormcallers as well, which Alpha Titan could sell out of, which is what he's going to do.
Yeah, that's a good move for sure. Give you some longevity should the game go longer. Xeno thinking what's best here. There's a sturdy, super heavy armor. I don't think the shields are that good for him, but you know, he could click it. It's pretty cheap.
Super heavy on the Badger here honestly wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, definitely not a bad option there. It's really good on those mid-sized tanky units. But yeah, not interested. Just gonna take the money and try and keep the pressure going here. But man, that is a lot of Raidens.
That is, yeah, that is a lot of Thunder Gods.
Indeed, with the range enhancement. A little bit less range than the boats, but not significantly, although it does take the temp range lone, trying to close it out here. Giga Boss on the left, by the way. Enhancement module, level 2 Raiden. Dealing 13,000 per zap. That's like more than half of an Overlord.
No, they don't have Overload just yet.
Nope. Would be nice. There's the temp range in return. Very important, I think.
Also that fire, or well, the oil being used by Alpha Titan here. Will it get lit by those Badgers?
Yeah, I think it
looks like it may. Yep, there we go. So no chaff.
Yeah, that's pretty nice for Alpha Titan there. The Raiden should be connecting any moment there. We see a big zap on the boat. Down to go the Phoenixes. The Tarantula and the Phoenixes are up next. Just kidding. Phoenix is going to die last. And that's just crushing here for Alpha Titan. Oof, man. That's a big final round there as he takes down Xeno for that 2-0 and wins the series.
GG's. Dominant performance here for Alpha Titan. Although we do have, of course, a bit of an MMR gap between the two players, so...
Yeah, he was favored. Xeno at least struck back a little bit in this game. I liked some of the moves. The first game felt a little more experimental, maybe got a little bit sidestepped by the Void Eye drop, but yeah, nice games.